The Montreal Canadiens have signed forward Ryan Poehling to a 2-year, $1.5 million contract. I'm going to tell you all about it right here at Talkin' Habs.
Hey everybody, I'm Rick. Welcome to Talkin' Habs, where you get your daily fix of Bleu Blanc Rouge.
Stay right there. So the Montreal Canadiens and Ryan Poehling have finally signed a contract extension. It will be a 2-year deal. The first year will be a 2-way contract, and the second year will be 1-way. And I'm going to give you all the details from TSN and Sportsnet right here. The Montreal Canadiens and forward Ryan Poehling have agreed to terms on a 2-year contract extension. For the first year of the deal, Poehling's 2-way deal will see him earn $750,000 in the NHL and $225,000 in the AHL. He will receive $750,000 in the second year, and that second year will be a 1-way deal. The 22-year-old led the AHL's Laval Rocket with 25 points in 28 games last season. He had career highs in goals with 11, assists with 14, and points with 25 in his second year of professional hockey. Drafted in the first round, 25th overall, by Montreal at the 2017 NHL Draft, Poehling spent 3 seasons in the NCAA with St. Cloud State. He also participated in 2 World Junior Championships with the United States, including winning tournament MVP and best forward in 2019. In 28 career NHL games with the Habs, he has 4 goals and 1 assist. To be honest, I'm not surprised by this deal at all. What I'm talking about, I think, is the 2-way contract for the first season. I get a lot of questions. I did a projected lineup video, and I did not have Ryan Poehling in that lineup, mostly because I was doing it based on the roster as it was that day. I did not feel that Ryan Poehling straight out of camp, or going into camp, I should say, would earn a second line or a third line center job straight off without even having camp, and a lot of people were talking about that. I think there's a 4th line position for him as a center to earn. I think they're going to give him that opportunity in camp, and if he does earn that job, well, that's all the good. If not, they've left the opening for him to go to the AHL. I think just the fact that they've left that as an opening tells me that they are not 100% sold on the fact that Ryan Poehling will earn his job this season, at least out of camp. So I'm not surprised by it at all. I think a lot of people will be, but I don't think it means anything in a bad way for Ryan Poehling. I've been saying that I think him starting in Laval and maybe even having playing there the whole season wouldn't be a bad thing for Poehling. So I think that is in Montreal's mindset, that Poehling might need another year at Laval, and I think the contract definitely shows that. So it's a 2-year deal worth $750,000 a season, and I think that's great money. There's no risk to it, and Ryan Poehling will, because listen, the young guys. So let me put it this way. The way things are with the flat cap, although it will be going up $1 million a year after this season until, I think, for the next 4 years after that, but it still remains pretty low. And I think you're going to have to see a lot. I think you're going to see a lot of teams doing this where they're young prospects that are coming in. They're going to be at league minimum. It's the only way they can afford to fill out a roster, to be honest with you. And I think that this is going to be de rigueur going forward. So I'm not surprised at all by the money, or by the fact that it's a 2-way deal for the first year. So everybody that was expecting, just for some reason, that Ryan Poehling was going to make this team, without a doubt, I think this contract shows you what Montreal is thinking. So my prediction for Poehling for this upcoming season is this, that he's going to fight for a job in camp, which I think will be a 4th line center job. I don't know that he'll make it, and if he doesn't, he'll be going back to Laval and spend time in Laval until such time as there's an injury or he plays himself onto the big team's roster. I think it's a possibility that during the season at some point that he will do that. And I obviously think that, based on the fact that there are a lot of injuries during the season, I think it's very likely that Poehling will be brought up at some point to fill in and possibly and probably stay and not go back down after that. But I do see the fact that I think he needs another, even a half a season. I think he should start in Laval. I guess that's what I'm saying. I think he should start in Laval. I think he will. But I think by the end of the season, I think Ryan Poehling will be on the Montreal Canadiens roster. Just to add to that thought, I'd like to see Poehling actually go down to Laval, be on the number one line, and show a little bit more offense. I don't know if that makes sense, because I don't know that Poehling will be a 1 or 2 center. I doubt that he would be, and I think he would be a third line center. But I think in Laval, I'd like to see him just show a little bit more, and I think that's what he's going to do. I think Ryan Poehling will be a NHL center in his career. I don't think that he's a bust. And I just want to see a little bit more time in Laval, and just to confirm the offense. Listen, in 28 games, he had 25 points, and that's quite significant. I just like to see him do that a little bit again. And I think that he will do that, and I think he will be on the team by the end of the season. I hope that made sense. So what do you think is going to happen with Ryan Poehling this year? Let me know in the comment section. I'm really interested to see what you all think. And thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Check out this video, 12 questions about the Montreal Canadiens, Alex Romanov.